Lions did hire a new offensive coordinator, the former OC for the Cardinals, Drew Petzing. So, Reid, how do you like this hire, and do you expect him to call the plays?
Yeah, I do expect him to call the plays because Dan Campbell already said that he wants to get back to what he was doing and have an input on it, but not have to worry about calling the plays the whole game. Ever since I had some time to marinate on it, I was a little upset. Still kind of am. I mean, you want the sexy name, obviously. You had the Mike McDaniel, and you have the guy from the Rams and the Giants. It's just there's guys that you really wanted out there that were, this guy came out of the blue. Like, you didn't even know they were interviewing him. I don't think there was anything out that they interviewed him. He just kind of got hired out of nowhere. I hope it's not a smartest guy in the room move. You do look at the stats. I mean, Kyler Murray obviously didn't play last year, but when he had Josh Dobbs and Jacoby Brissett for the small amount of games that they played, Josh Dobbs, when he was coaching him, threw for like 1,600 yards. Jacoby Brissett had 1,300. They have a really strong run game when they have healthy running backs. You get Jahmyr Gibbs. I think Monty's probably on his way out. You could probably see them draft his replacement. I've heard people talk about how this guy likes running, 11, 12, and the 13 personnel. So that would be all extra tight ends. So you get Laporta involved. We saw how good McBride was last year. Michael Wilson on the Cardinals was really good. I think they're trying to get back to the run game, play action, dink and dunk. As long as Goff can get the ball out quick, I think he'll succeed. I hope he does well because I obviously want the Lions to do well. I think the McDaniel thing is potentially because he might go to the Ravens and he maybe wanted a different job so he can. If he doesn't get the Ravens, he already told Cleveland he's not going there. Maybe waiting for a job next year to open up if there's anything nice that's gonna, come about. So I think ultimately looking at the stats after I had a couple days to mull on it, this new guy from the Cardinals is Petzing. He does what Dan wants, and I think that's why they hired him, is because he's trying to get back to the old ways. He's friends with Ben Johnson. He knows stuff that Ben Johnson does. I think it's a little bit of what you want to get back to.
Yeah, I mean, like I did send it to Reid because he's the Lions guy on the pod, So I mean, I think Petzing, I think is you gotta give him a little time. I think Lions fans were so not you, Reid, but a lot of Lions fans were so John Morton is gonna do good for us last season, and then what did he do? Absolutely nothing. So I think his pedigree and his coaching overall is a lot better. He has more pedigree, he has more experience doing this, so he's reliable. And let's talk about, I know 2025, I sent this to you guys, I'm gonna read it real quick. I know in 2025, this past season, the Cardinals offense ranked 23 in scoring and 19 in total offense, including number 31 in rushing and number 7 in passing. Mind you, with Kyler Murray being in and out of lineup, missed most of the season, Jacoby Brissett, who, if I mind you, had, I think, pretty good year for a really high end of a back end starter, or really, really one of the best backups in the league. And then James Conner goes out. He breaks his ankle, and they lose another running back. They're down to the fourth and fifth string running backs. Then Marvin Harrison's been nowhere to be found in the last 2 years. Trey McBride's turned into a superstar. Offensive line is not good. So I think what he gets to work with here is going to make his job a lot easier with J-Mo, St. Brown, Tesla. Hopefully Laporta comes back healthy. Maybe if he's running a lot of 12, 13 personnel, go get another tight end. You could go find somebody in the draft.
Johnny Smith.
Yeah, you guys can have him. He better be cut by the new year. So so that's number one guy on my cut list. But yeah, I just think like you said, they probably will cut Montgomery. I think he's kind of hinted that he wants to be out of here, or he knows he's going to be gone, which, I appreciate what he did. But it's Curly Gibbs is the number one guy, but you got to get somebody who's capable of helping him out just to keep some wear and tear off him and make sure he stays as healthy as he can to get to the season. But I'm cool with it. Give him a shot. I think it can work for the Lions. And then they said he doesn't like to throw the ball down the field, but that's because Kyler Murray was hurt and he couldn't do it. Like, Jared Goff can throw the ball down the field. Give him time, get the offensive line better. You have J-Mo, St. Brown in the middle of the field. Tesla, who's a jump ball go-getter. So I think you have the pieces and the parts that are going to complement what his offense is going to do and be a lot easier for him.
Yeah, if they end up moving on from Montgomery, get a guy like Katron Allen from Penn State. He could be a good thumper to Gibbs' Lightning.
You guys can have Caleb Johnson if you want him.
I'd actually
Yeah,
take him, to be honest with you, for a song.
We don't play him anyway.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I like the hire though. I know a lot of people wanted have McDaniels at the top of the list, but I'm not mad at this hire at all. Have some faith in the guy. Dan Campbell, we seen him pull a plug with Anthony Lynn mid-season. He just did it with John Morton. Have some faith in the guy. Don't relieve him of his duties mid-season. You hired him. So, Campbell, you got to get this right. You can't keep hiring these guys and firing them. You're assembling your staff. Have some faith in the guy. You hired him. You brought him here. Obviously, you've seen something in him. So, have some faith in the guy.